the Aviators and the Niners, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. They run on first down with Jackson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I don't think it's It's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Jackson on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Jackson, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Edmonds. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sand. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On 1st and 10, Edmonds. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Edmonds. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Edmonds. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On third down, Edmonds. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go! Let's go!
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They run the counter now on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. To throw on third down, Edmonds. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Jackson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. It's Jackson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Edmonds. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Edmonds. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try the left side. Jackson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Edmonds finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Edmonds. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Edmonds bringing it in. Jackson left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Edmonds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. On 1st down, Edmonds. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Edmonds. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off play action. Edmonds. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Shaw. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz game. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone with pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Jackson. They shakes him off, and that'll be incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing on 1st down. Edmonds. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Edmonds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Edmonds. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Aviators are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. The Eagles are still saying, we want to be a part of this playoff race as they up their record to 8-5 with an important win. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals continue to move up that playoff ladder as they run their record to 9-3 through 12 games. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jackson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw on second down, Edmonds. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Edmonds, touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Aviators are an extra point away from drawing level. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run again with Jackson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Jackson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. It's Jackson, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
2nd and 11. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walton. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Callaway. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down. Edmonds. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to throw. Edmonds.
Sometimes with the running.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Back to throw. Edmonds. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
On first down, it's Jackson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. Second down and 8. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Jackson now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action with Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shaw. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Edmonds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
40 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Edmonds. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
Well, now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Jackson now down around his goal line. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. Right side caught by Jackson. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 6. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now it's the Niners' turn, trailing by a point, 27 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Throwing, Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Jackson with a catch. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Jackson to throw. He'll drop this down to Jackson.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here's Jackson.
He finds his man, complete. It's Shaw. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones, but at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Columbus, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.